This is Windrose running on the Xbox Ally X. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the gameplay performance along with the exact settings I'm using in order to achieve that performance. We will be looking at two configurations, 70-watt performance mode and 35-watt turbo mode. I'll have a graphic in the bottom right hand corner indicating which wattage mode is currently active, and I'll also have a link in the timestamps in the description down below so you can go ahead and jump directly into the section you want. So we're going to be starting off with the 35-watt turbo mode, and you could go ahead and monitor the FPS in the top center of the screen through the gameplay. In the forest areas, the game hovers mainly around the low 40 FPS range, but once you move out of the denser areas, it climbs into about 50 FPS range, and it could hover around that area. This is likely the best way to experience the game on the Xbox Ally X, and it's going to give you more headroom for other parts of the game, especially your camp that's going to have more buildings and structures and just overall more for the game to render. So for these results, I am running the game at 1600 by 900 resolution with the quality preset set to medium. Resolution upscaling is set to 65% and everything else is going to be left at default. Now, like I said, this is at 900p, so the performance is going to remain fairly stable while maintaining a decent visual clarity. You can go ahead and push this to 1080p, but you will sacrifice FPS, and in more demanding areas like the forest or your camp where you are going to see more assets load in, those drops are going to become more noticeable. Keeping this extra headroom is going to help maintain more of a smoother gameplay for down the line. Now switching over to 70-watt performance mode, here I dropped the preset down to low while keeping everything else the same. So the resolution and upscaling settings are going to be the same. I capped the FPS at 40 to prevent excess fluctuation. For the most part, it stays nearly at 40 FPS, though it does dip into the mid 30s in heavier areas like the forest with pretty much all that dense bush. You can uncap the frame rate if you prefer, but I chose to cap it for consistency. For comparison, the 35-watt tests I did leave uncapped just to show you what the full performance potential was. So that's that for the performance and the gameplay of the game. It's definitely worth trying out for yourself. I'll have a link to the demo in the description down below. However, controller support is somewhat inconsistent. There isn't actually full controller support for the game as of right now. So I just wanted to go ahead and go over exactly how to use the controller in this game so that if you did run into some problems, at least this will try to hopefully help you out. Now, controller is not fully native and you might need to tap on the screen for certain interactions. Now, left trigger aims down sight with the musket, right trigger performs heavy attacks, right bumper is your light attack, and left bumper handles blocking. Now, the select button opens up the menu and the left joystick controls the cursor. So you can go ahead and select what you need to, though you can also use touch inputs, just keep that in mind. And if you're moving items, you need to double tap to confirm placement. The D-pad initially allowed weapon switching during my testing, but that functionality just stopped working later and I don't know why. So pressing up on the D-pad enters build mode, and from there pressing Y opens up the catalog. Holding Y brings up your wheel, and from there you use the left trigger to confirm selection. Left trigger in build mode also toggles destruction mode, and then all prompts are displayed along the bottom of the screen if you need to. Now, if the controller input is not functioning properly or correctly, you can open up Steam, select the controller icon on the game page, and then change the layout from keyboard and mouse to gamepad. It is set to keyboard and mouse by default. You're going to go ahead and make sure that you confirm the change and then relaunch the game if needed. Additionally, make sure that gamepad mode is selected in the Xbox Ally X's command center as well. So that's going to be it for this one. This is going to wrap up this performance and controller breakdown of Windrose on the Xbox Ally X. Overall, 35-watt turbo mode is clearly the smoother experience, especially in denser areas like the forest and the camp. If you're prioritizing battery life, 17-watt mode is playable with adjusted expectations and a capped frame rate, which really isn't necessary, but definitely gives you more of a consistent frame rate. Now, controller support does work. However, it's very finicky and it's base minimum at that. It may require some quick configuration changes in Steam to function properly, but that's definitely workable. If you happen to have any questions or specific settings you want to share of your own or performance results, leave them in the comment section down below so others can benefit from them as well. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.